Of course, I didn't believe Trump's peace plan would work, but I hoped it would. And today is Exhibit A in why the Democratic Party would rather have war than give Trump a win. Yeah, Trump attacked Iran, but normalizing relationships afterwards might make it worth it for our children, milk already spilled and all that. Every other sentence out of a politician's mouth is a half-truth or worse. 99% of the time, the New York Times just reports what they say and moves on. Today they decided to single out one line from Vance, that he claimed incorrectly that Iran got no new benefit. And the Times played Elizabeth Warren. I seriously can't stand Vance, but I reluctantly enjoyed his speech yesterday. I wasn't alone. Plenty of his critics tipped their hats too. What he said, essentially, the president is making peace with Iran, so Israel better step back and let it happen, because the U.S. is the only friend Israel has. Now, fixing a problem you guys created, but still, who doesn't want peace? Vance is a despicable weasel, but he knows how to read, we have to assume, since he wrote a bestseller, and from the start, he understood that attacking Iran wasn't going to work. His reluctance to start a war used to earn him a little street cred with the Times. Ironic that his desire to end one has landed him in their detention. He also confirmed that 2 out of 3 bombs dropped on Palestinians were made in the good old US of A and delivered to Israel to do the dropping. Now, yesterday, Vance distanced himself from Israel, and Netanyahu apparently believes he can neuter Vance, so he bombed while I was writing this. He's outmaneuvered his enemies before. Will Netanyahu pull it off again? I don't see it this time. There's real power behind Vance. Power that might want to keep the door open on attacking Iran again, just not right now and not with Israel calling the shots. Lebanon has never been close to an existential threat to Israel. It's a nuisance at best. Its military is funded by the U.S. It was handed a few guns, no air force, no navy, no real means to defend itself as a nation. Honestly, I wouldn't even call it a country. I'd call it a nation of different people who've learned to get along. That makes it easy for Israel to push around. When the media runs stories about negotiations between Lebanon and Israel, it's wasting your time. Hezbollah protects what the U.S.-backed Lebanese army won't or can't. Now, Lebanon has a serious problem, but in a way, it's the poster child for what's possible between different ethnic and religious groups living side by side. If Israel hadn't bombed Gaza to oblivion, Hezbollah wouldn't have attacked Israel. Same story with Yemen. The Western press rarely reports what Hezbollah actually says. October 7th gave Israel the right to defend itself by going after what are essentially territorial defense groups across the Middle East. Funny how it's always Iranian-backed Hezbollah and never American-backed Israel. Why did Hezbollah just stay out of it? Well, because they correctly predicted Israel wouldn't stop at Gaza. It would invade Lebanon next. We know this because when Gaza started to die down, so did Hezbollah's involvement. But Israel invaded anyway, using Hezbollah as a pretext. Again, Lebanon, or the Shia population there, is not an existential threat to Israel. Now, will the U.S. keep sacrificing its own geopolitical interests so Israel can keep running these lopsided wars against people defending their homes in southern Lebanon? Vance, speaking for the U.S. deep state, has said no. Opening the strait matters more. Heading off a global recession matters more than Israel's apparent need to bomb everyone or someone every day. Vance doesn't care about Lebanon, but he understands Israel is on a path that's embarrassing the U.S. left and right. The political winds are turning. Maybe J.D. Vance will be the next president. I don't think it, but I'm starting to wonder.